Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Diana, this is Renegade Baker. Today we are making gluten-free vegan empanadas. These are totally inspired by my mother-in-law, Alicia. Shout out to Alicia. She makes empanadas all the time for our family and they are delicious. This version is gonna be gluten-free and vegan. They're super versatile and they are delicious. Let's get into it. This is what we're gonna need for the empanadas filling today, all right? So you're gonna want fresh cilantro and lots of it. I'm using canned lentils. You don't have to use canned, you can use dry lentils and add water and all that jazz, but honestly, mommy's lazy and I don't have a lot of time, so canned lentils are working for me. You need 1 onion, you need 1 red pepper. I'm using avocado oil today. You don't need avocado, you can use olive oil. It just needs to be a neutral oil. Then we've got a ½ teaspoon of cumin and a full teaspoon of paprika. I'm using smoked sweet paprika because I love it. And some salt. Almost forgot, you need garlic. 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, don't forget it.
Don't you forget.
We're gonna go ahead and cut right into this onion, finely dice it, and sweat it down to caramelize it. Next step, we're doing ½ of a red bell pepper. You're just gonna finely dice this, and we're throwing that in with the onions. Lastly, the garlic, diced finely. All right, so we're already sauteing our onions. You're gonna sweat them down until they caramelize. We're adding in the red peppers. Go ahead and add in the lentils. Cover and cook for just a couple minutes. Make sure you're on low and you're adding in the garlic. Cilantro. Paprika. Cumin. A little bit of salt.
Yummy!
All right, so while we have our lentils simmering, we're gonna go ahead and start making the empanada dough. So for this, you will need a scale. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bowl, I'm gonna place it on the scale, I'm gonna tar it off to 0. You need 12 ounces of your gluten-free blend. Again, I'm using Bob's Red Mill.
He's the best. I love it.
And all you're gonna do is you're gonna measure out 12 ounces. So I'm just gonna dump the large amount in here, and then as I get close, I'm just gonna spoon it in so I get right there at 12. I'm taking this off, I'm gonna change it to milliliters, putting it back on. I'm gonna tear it off again. Now I'm just taking some warm water and we want 200 milliliters, adding straight to the bowl. Again, being careful, you wanna get right at 200. 3 tablespoons avocado oil or olive oil. 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And then to act as a binder, you're gonna go ahead and make 1 flax egg, which is 1 tablespoon of ground flax with 3 tablespoons of water added to it. You let it sit for about 3 minutes to coagulate, and then you'll add that to it as well. We're gonna mix it all up, and then we're gonna roll it out. So we got our dough. Pretty well combined here. What I like to do is break it in half, just so you can really focus on 1 bit at a time. Ta-da! You're gonna need a rolling pin. You're gonna need something that is 4 to 5 inches in diameter. So this guy is perfectly 4 inches. And you'll need a fork and parchment paper. I'm laying 1 parchment paper down, patting my dough, and then you're gonna add another right on top, okay? Take your rolling pin, you're just gonna roll it out. You can kind of twist it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're gonna want it to be fairly thin. We're talking about a 1/4 inch if you can, but it doesn't have to be exact. You don't want it too thin though, because then it's gonna fall apart when you're trying to roll them up. You're gonna take this guy, just like a cookie cutter, kind of just little jiggle jiggle. It's gonna come out just like that. All right, so I've got my dough circles ready to be filled. So what you're gonna need is, I highly recommend a tablespoon. That way you're gonna get the perfect amount of filling in each empanada. I like to go overboard sometimes, this keeps me in check. You're gonna want a small bowl of warm water. You're gonna want a small bowl of your olive oil or avocado oil and a brush. And you're gonna need a fork as well. I've got my filling here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start filling these guys up. And what you do is just put that right in the center of the empanada, like so. You're gonna take your finger and you're just gonna trace around the very outer half of the empanada. You wanna add this water, it's gonna help them to stick. Then all you're gonna do is fold it over, try to keep the filling in there. And then you're gonna take your fork and you're gonna press it down. So cute. Then you'll take a little bit of your oil and you're gonna brush the top. Our empanadas are ready. We're gonna go ahead and pop them in the oven at 400 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes, checking at 10 minutes. All right guys, our empanadas are out of the oven. They are piping hot, so make sure you let them sit for about 5-10 minutes to cool down. I hope you enjoy this recipe. You can actually do all kinds of different things with these. They're very versatile. You can add ground beef, you can make them sweet, add fruit or jam. There's a ton of possibilities. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you liked and subscribed. Also, you can go back to my channel and check out the blueberry muffins that I made last time. They're super duper easy and delicious. Thank you so much for joining me, y'all. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Today we're making gluten-free vegan empanadas. These are totally inspired by my mother-in-law, Alicia. She makes sugar on my face, okay. I'm using smoked sweet paprika because I love it. Some fresh sea salt, and you're good to go for the filling. What am I doing with my hands? What is this?